talent you saw? We've got Craven Week. We just come back from the Easter schools. There's Cape schools. I think there's something happening in PE. You talk about the talent we have. What happens post-school? Are we doing enough? Because not everyone's going to go to varsity. Are we doing enough for these clubs? What's your solution if you're in charge for a day?
The direct answer is no.
What can we do?
There's not doing enough, to ensure that we keep those juniors in the system. What's current, and I must applaud the Bulls. They've now come together and set up a national UXI under-20 competition across the country, which for me is a great opportunity for the kid who's not part of the Varsity Cup setup. We can now go there and compete at one of the franchises. At the same time, also getting opportunity, because already I've got my pulse on who could be possibly coming to the Varsity Cup. Then what I would love to see is if they could have a academic advisor at school already. Because I'll tell you what's happening. So we see talented players, applying at the university, but then they don't have the APS score. They as good as can be, but they can't get into university. So what we're saying then to that player is, listen, as good as you are, unfortunately, we can't help you. Now, what I would love to see is someone sitting with that player and say, listen, from grade 11 already, I just think, what's it, started 9 nowadays? Started 9 already. Sitting with that player saying, listen, for you to get into university, ensure that your maths at least is a 4 and above. Your accounting, if you do accounting, is a 4 and above, so that you can have various options in which direction you want to go study. But what's happening is that at the end of the matric, they get the results, and now they're saying, but hey, what's happening? Then we as a university, and I'm sure with similars as well, look bad, because now what's happening, we have to unfortunately say no. But when we went there and spoke to that player, we said to them, listen, here's a 100% bursary, you can come to us. So when the marks and the end results come, we unfortunately can't. And that, again, the players get lost. They go play club rugby, which I think maybe it's good for the club, but there should be an opportunity for that player to actually sit down with him and actually give him proper guidance.
So listening to him, Nick, maybe, we need an under-23 club rugby where immediately after school, when Varsity Cup is on the go, those guys that didn't make it, they also get a chance of that fun 6 week, and it means an investment, and needs this, and needs all sorts. But something needs to be done to make sure that at least for the first 2 years out of school, we can keep a close eye on those guys who didn't get the marks to go to varsity, because not everyone's going to go to varsity.
Absolutely. And also, not everyone develops at the same rate. So you get a guy at 17, 18 who's a superstar at school, and someone who develops a bit after school, and suddenly he grows, gets stronger, and is suddenly a formidable force at 21 when he wasn't at 18. So you've got to keep an eye, and it's not just the elite players that you've got to watch for. The strength in depth comes through the guys not stopping rugby. The guy who loves rugby, is passionate about it, keeps playing it, learns more and more. Perhaps he's a front row forward or a hooker or a lock where they develop a bit later. You need time for those guys to come through, even at the present URC or Currie Cup. So I'm fully in favour of having Varsity Cup's brilliant, but if you miss out on Varsity Cup, we need something else, a catchment area for them, either interprovincial competition of say 8 teams, and you said the Bulls are starting something up. I think
it's a UXI competition across the country.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Unfortunately, it's also just under 20.
Yes.
Would have maybe made it bigger under 23, and then get some more players coming through.
Opinion, Uncle?
No, well done to the Bulls and the idea there, because that's always been the vacuum. Varsity guys, if you study, you're sort of okay, but what about the rest? And there's only a few guys. If you take a typical matric class, how many guys really go and study? It's the guys who get certain marks, and so I'm very excited for this. For this new idea of somehow we got to get those guys going. I've got a bit of a concern though. I know there's stuff they're doing it from Louis Kuhn's side and in Cape Town, but I still need more coaching development for these players as well, because the better the coaches, the better the player.
The outcome.
The outcome.